Thanks for joining us from the Ohio AgNet, the voice you know with the news you trust studio. Sponsored by Green Equipment Company, where innovation meets execution. I'm Morgan Anderson. Well, happy Friday, folks. It's 70 degrees outside with some rain drizzling here and there in Athens County. We're expecting some thunderstorms around 7 p.m. tonight. Our low for this evening is 61 degrees. Taking a look at your agricultural headlines, China is bucking U.S. tariffs with the levies on American farm goods and purchases from U.S. competitors, though a senator claims some of those losses can be offset. China says it won't bow to U.S. pressure and continue to restrict imports of U.S. soybeans, corn, wheat, pork, and chicken, and halt exports of rare earth minerals, return U.S.-made aircraft, and prop up domestic consumption. President Trump says his embargo-level tariffs on China could come down, but Beijing says it wants more specifics before real talks can start. Still, farm state Republicans, like Senate Majority Leader John Thune, argue for patience with Trump's tariff strategy.
I think you've got to give them room to do what they need to do. And, China right now, that's a lot of hot rhetoric, but they are very dependent upon the U.S.
Though China sees key U.S. pressure points in rare earth minerals for high-tech manufacturing and in farm goods, it hits with 10 and 15% levies. Iowa Senator Chuck Grassley suggests China and its leader are being stubborn and may find themselves losing alternative markets to the U.S.
I wish China wasn't doing it. I wish China was coming to the table the same way these other 100 countries are coming to the table. But he's bucked himself up not to give in.
China is starting to disengage from the U.S. with needed soybean buys from Brazil, for example, and more exports to Southeast Asian nations like Vietnam. But those markets are tiny compared to the U.S., have their own jobs to protect, and with Brazil and other commodity suppliers, cannot meet China's huge needs year-round. We'll be right back after this.
Ohio's beef farms run on the protein-packed punch of soybeans. Across the United States, beef operations consume the equivalent of 55 million bushels of soybean meal annually. Soy meal delivers the energy and essential nutrients that help produce top-quality beef for your table. From soybean fields to plates everywhere, soybeans power the farms that feed families. This message brought to you by the Ohio soybean farmers and their checkoff.
Many drugs, like cocaine, methamphetamine, and non-prescription pills, are often cut with dangerous opioids like fentanyl. As a result, nearly 14 Ohioans die daily from unintentional overdoses. That's why it's important to carry naloxone, such as Narcan, a life-saving medication that blocks the effects of fentanyl and other opioids. Over the last 5 years, naloxone has saved over 83,000 lives. Help save lives and visit naloxone.ohio.gov to learn more and find free naloxone. Remember, if you see an overdose occurring, always call 911.
Ag Secretary Brooke Rollins applauded the International Dairy Foods Association announcement for its IDFA Healthy Dairy in Schools commitment. It's a voluntary, proactive pledge to eliminate Red 3, Red 40, Green 3, Blue 1, Blue 2, Yellow 5, and Yellow 6 in milk, cheese, and yogurt products sold to K-12 schools for the National School Lunch and Breakfast programs beginning during the 2026 to 2027 school year. Switching gears, another piece of information for you. The House budget cuts threaten progress of farmer-led H2 Ohio efforts. This one's by Brianna Smith, our new editor here at Ohio's Country Journal. I'll give you a glimpse, but you can find the rest at ocj.com. The Ohio House of Representatives has approved a new state budget that significantly reduces funding for H2 Ohio, the water quality initiative supported by thousands of Ohio farmers. Passed on April 9th, House Bill 96 slashes H2 Ohio funding for the Ohio Department of Agriculture from Governor Mike DeWine's proposed $60.6 million per year to just $33.7 million for both fiscal years 26 and 27. Like I said, you can check out that for more at ocj.com. Now let's recap how the markets closed, brought to us by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance online at seedconsultants.com. May corn up 1.5 at 4.78 3/4. December corn down 3/4 cent at 4.55 3/4. March corn down a penny at 4.70. May beans down 3 1/4 at 10.49 3/4 cent. November beans down a half cent at 10.35. January beans unchanged at 10.47 1/2. July wheat up a half cent at 5.45. September wheat up a half cent at 5.59 1/2. And December wheat up a 3/4 cent at 5.82 1/4. April live cattle up 75 cents at 214.25. June live live cattle up 25 cents at 208.25. August live cattle remain unchanged at 204.10. May lean hogs up 85 cents at 92.80. June lean hogs up $1.22.5 at 101.15. July lean hogs up $1.12.5 at 101.17.5. August feeder calves up $1.60 at 294.30. September feeder calves up $1.77.5 at 293.55. October feeder calves up $1.90 at 291.77.5. May class 3 milk down 2 cents at 18.30. June class 3 milk down 8 cents at 17.09. And lastly, July class 3 milk down 4 cents at $17.62. Those were your afternoon closing markets for today. Thanks for tuning in. As a little personal note, this is my second to last broadcast with Ohio AgNet for this spring. I might be back later down the road. We'll find out, but Tuesday will be the last time you hear me on the airwaves for a while. So thanks for joining me. This is the Ohio AgNet.